There are many email marketing service providers that promote their clients' products on the launcher's behalf. There are many organizations that believe selecting the right service provider is the end of the story, and that might be correct as well. However, the process of selecting the perfect service provider entails much more than going for the best brand. With so many startups doing substantially well, one needs to ensure that the resources spent are put to good use. Return on investment is the most important factor here, and this calls for a better understanding of the process. For sure, availing email marketing services is a great way to promote the product or service. However, many think of it as just a means of reaching out to more people since it's extremely economically. However, this is not the best idea if one does not know what he/she is doing. To state an example, one might be selling to the IT industry in Asia, but the email addresses to which the message is being sent could be in a totally different industry, or worse, in another geographic location. Hence, it's important that the marketer who is selecting the service provider needs to have at least a basic understanding of the entire process. Using a template is one of the most common mistakes email marketing service providers indulge in, and the reason is simple: it's more convenient. However, for better outreach, brands need to conduct proper research on their own or in conjunction with another agency, so that the email marketing campaign can deliver better results right from day one. It is also important to try out the campaign on a smaller database, rather than go wrong with an entire database, which would mean wastage of resources and irrevocable damage to the brand equity. By just paying attention to a few of these points, one can get remarkable results from email marketing. A clean database. Quite obviously, the quality of database one uses for email marketing matters a lot to the kind of results that would be delivered. Hence, it's important to realize that the list can grow old, and monitor the response rate to gauge when it's time to remove some address from the old database, or move onto a completely new database. For instance, if the messages keep bouncing off or aren't being read on certain email addresses, it's best to accept the fact that no business/traffic can be expected from the same, and move on. Building the mailing list. In order to get the most out of an email marketing service, the creation of a targeted mailing list is imperative, for the simple reason that the biggest fans of a brand are consumers who appreciate and approve of the products and/or services they receive from the company. Hence, if a brand has built a good relationship with the TG, the results will certainly speak for themselves. Organic growth is the only route to survival and success in today's times.